Hey friends, so I'm going to show you how to make a shemagh. Here's one I made not long ago out of some fabric, no sewing. You can use a tape if you want to. And the fabric, you just need something square. I normally like about 42 inches square. It could be 3 foot square. This ended up being about 45 square. And you don't even need to measure though. Take your fabric and go opposite corners. And the triangle you make should be, here we go, like this. Nearly perfect along the edges. This is a bit out of square, but nothing big. And check the other way. Same thing. Pretty much perfect. Just a little bit out of square, which is no big deal at all. It ended up being about 44 and 3/4 by 45. Yeah, so that's it. So then how we're going to make it so it doesn't end up fraying on us. You see, with the weave here, I'm no expert. See the fraying coming off that. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up putting a bunch of cuts and knots in the fabric. So I'm going to take these two cut sides of the fabric where they were cut at the store, bring those together, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but then you're just making 50% less cuts. See how it's not exact there? No big deal. Do the same thing at this end, get this screwed up, and we'll just straighten it as we go. And you want to make it so your cuts are deep enough that when you make your knots, they're easy to tie. So you want to make your cuts about 1 inch apart by about 2 inches deep. Allow me to demonstrate. So we're going to start like this, something like that. You can always change it later, make them deeper or whatever. There, use that. Now, separate it, do one side at a time. What you're going to do is you're taking two of these, you're going to tie them together, and you can see I've already failed here. I didn't make these cuts anywhere deep enough. Alright, so this will be easy to fix. Just gotta cut these a bit deeper. Not a big deal. Maybe. So you go along, and you tie them, and give one more knot. So that way each of them has a double knot. So as you go along, the material gets really bunched up. So you want to take it between two knots. Just give it a little tear, like that. Just so it's not so bunched together anymore. Easy as pie. And there we have it. Just made a shemagh. So now to make it so you can have the shemagh like I normally wear it. Kind of like a bandana style. Take your triangle and fold it over. And depending if it's summer or winter, I might fold it more, make it thicker. So in the winter time, your breath will fog up, or the moisture in your breath, it'll start to freeze up in the shemagh. And especially if it gets really cold, if you have any kind of temperatures like I get here, and then it makes it hard to breathe. So I normally just do just a few layers like this. But then if you want to filter out dust or smoke, you can keep folding it over itself. But that's it pretty much. Like that, tied around your face. And so when you go to tie it, you're gonna have that. So then, let's just get this thing. There we go. Got these two tails. So then those I wrap around the neck, and then you tuck them in. Easy as pie. One additional tip is you might find, depending on the type of fabric, what it's made from, the weave could be a little rough, and sometimes the dye will like to blend, in the washing machine. So I like to hand wash it separately in the sink first. That'll help soften it up a bit and get rid of the excess dye. Just go hot water, warm water, cold water, and then let it hang to dry. And then next time you wash it, you can throw it in with your other clothes and everything, or just always wash it on cold. But yeah, one last little tip. Anyhow, thanks for watching.